Yo, what's going on out there? It's Larry coming to you again with a Blazing Sports Report. You know what? I've got to change up my format a little bit because apparently YouTube is being a bit of jerks right now and not accepting my videos as they are. So I figure I'm gonna just go straight up. It's gonna be a talking head from now on. I may do like the little jump cut blog format in the future, but right now it's time to get down to business. If y'all find this a little boring, I'm sorry, but first order of business we're gonna talk about right now is Andrew Bynum. Now, we all know in the NBA it's basically a two-man race to who's, I guess you can consider, the best big man in the NBA right now, between Dwight Howard and Andrew Bynum. And personally, I told y'all before that I take Andrew Bynum because he's a little bit more polished inside in terms of offensive gameplay. Now, last night though, Andrew Bynum, he basically became a dumbass. And what I mean by this is the Andrew Bynum that should show up every night refused to show up. Now, we know the last game that they played, he got outplayed by JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee, the guy who made Shaqtin' the Fool the most popular segment on TNT inside the NBA. JaVale McGee, the guy who was a Washington Wizard, then got traded, didn't even play in the first couple games in a Nuggets jersey. The same JaVale McGee who went to 2K Sports and felt he was disrespected by his 56 rating at the beginning of the game coming out. That same JaVale McGee outplayed, out-hustled, out-rebounded, just basically outmanned Andrew Bynum in the last game 2 games ago. And then last night, Andrew Bynum just refused to show up to the party. Now, 4 of 11, 16 boards, 4 blocks. 16 boards, 4 blocks, that's what you want. But 4 of 11 shooting, you need to give me a little bit more than that. I mean, the fact that Kobe Bryant last night was sick and he basically was the Lakers offense is inexcusable, especially for a guy like Andrew Bynum, who is considered the second best player on that team. When your star player is sick, you got to step up to help alleviate some of the pressures that's on him. Kobe went to the locker room. They said that the man was feeling a lot worse. He was nauseous, nauseated, all that other stuff. And the thing is, if you see that in the locker room, you know the man hasn't participated in shoot around. You know the man is not feeling well. The man is jacking up more shots than anybody because you're not establishing yourself. You're not showing up to the game. Then you're a dumbass. You don't need to be in the NBA. Then late game, everybody's in the huddle. You're on the sideline. Another little Dwight Howard looking situation where you're not participating with the teammates. You're literally looking like a dumbass. Now, me personally, I have nothing against anybody. I mean, there are people that do things I don't like. There are people that I can't stand, but I'm not going to generally say I just don't like you. Andrew Bynum is one of those guys where I can look at him and I can honestly say that he thinks that he's somebody that he's not. He feels that because he has been labeled as the second best player on the Los Angeles Lakers, that he can get away with X amount of things and not get penalized for it. Well, Mike Brown has benched you for taking a 3-point shot. You've been fined, if I'm not mistaken. Your minutes have been limited when Jordan Hill showed up when you didn't. I don't know how many more messages that you actually need to get before you realize that you're not untouchable. I mean, come on, man. It's a game of basketball. You should be dominating this series. I mean, sure, JaVale McGee is long, but he is not as strong as you. Sure, Timothy Mozgov is about the same height as you, but he's still weak in learning. You should be dominating this series. This shouldn't even be a Game 7 series. And because of Andrew Bynum, yes, I'm saying Andrew Bynum, I'm placing all the blame squarely on his shoulders because the man has refused to show up in big-time situations, which makes him look less and less of an asset to the team. Pau Gasol, we all know that Pau Gasol was soft. We all know that the man is not what we would consider a top flight big man. The man is a finesse player. I've said that before. I've said it again. The man is a finesse player. Finesse guys don't really get dirty. So I'm not putting anything on Gasol. Now 1 of 10 shooting, that's inexcusable as well. But like I said, the man is a finesse guy. So you can't really like knock him on his performance if he's not attacking as hard as Andrew Bynum should be. But Andrew Bynum has a green light in the post. You establish position, you get the ball, you work hard. He's not establishing position, he's getting the ball, but he's not working hard. Andrew Bynum needs to wise up, realize what his role on this team is to be an enforcer on the inside, to make people scared to go inside, and to make sure that everybody knows that if they go inside the paint, that they're going to have to contend with him. But for you to make these comments talking about we didn't show up as a team, no, it's not a we thing. You didn't show up. Other guys out there are working, but you are the second best player on this Lakers team, and yet you refuse to put yourself in a position where it's tolerable for us to accept the fact that you are the second best player in the team. Kobe is sick, Gasol is having an off night, you see that Ty Lawson is going off, there's nothing you can really do about that. But at the same time, you need to do something on the offensive end to keep your team in it, outside of watching a 33-year-old sick man who's literally like dying out there jack up. How many shots did Kobe put up? I think it was like 23 shots. I mean, when you look at this stat line, like just going down the line, I mean, nobody really showed up outside of Kobe in that game. I mean, well, Devin Ebanks, you can give him the benefit of the doubt, but he only played 15 minutes. That's a Mike Brown issue. That's another guy who I've always said couldn't coach. I never believed in his coaching ability as it stands anyway. But Andrew Bynum is a dumbass. He needs to get his head in the game. I said in my previews before, the Lakers will win this series if Andrew Bynum's head was in the game. Obviously, it's not. I'm actually rooting for the Denver Nuggets to knock them out now, because I cannot stand what I'm seeing with this Lakers team, especially with Andrew Bynum, with him being the idiot that he is, and just being self-centered. I mean, the man seems to think that the Lakers are his team. As long as Kobe is in a uniform, this will never be your team. You will inherit the team if you stay in LA, but I will say this right now, I wouldn't want to play with you. I wouldn't want to be your teammate. I wouldn't want to share the locker room with you. I wouldn't want to ride on team bus with you. I wouldn't want to do anything like that, because listening to what you say to the media, watching your actions on the court, seeing how you are on the bench, it just shows that you are a dumbass and that you don't realize what's at stake here. You got 2 rings, but I don't really remember you contributing heavily to getting either of those 2 rings. One of them you inherited. The other one, yes, you did. I don't even know if you played in that series, but it's all seems a memory. If I can't think about what you did, apparently you weren't that much of a factor. What does that tell you? That tells you that Andrew Bynum needs to step his game up. Otherwise, the Lakers, they will never be successful with him as their center. He needs to get his mind correct, and he needs to wise up with his antics that he does. It's Larry Jenkins, Blazing Sports Report. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.